Viva Harja, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I thought it'd be fun to talk about the days of the week in Irish. First, let's start off with just listing the days of the week, and you can follow along on the list that I have on the other side of the screen. Okay, Monday is an Luan, Tuesday an Warch, Wednesday an Héadín, Thursday an Jardín, Friday an Inya, Saturday an Sahern, and Sunday an Donach. Now let's look at how we can use those days of the week words in the most basic way in a sentence. The first sentence we have is Inu Aninya, which means today is Friday. The word Inu means today, and Aninya means Friday. The little word un in front of all those days of the week means the. So you're literally saying the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, etc. So in this sentence, you're literally saying today, the Friday. You'll notice that in that sentence, along with all the other sentences I have listed on this page, there's not a verb in that sentence. There's not a word is. It's kind of just understood. This is a simplified sentence, and it's how these sentences would be formed in everyday speech in Irish. You could communicate the same idea using the Irish copula version of the word is, but it would just be a little bit more complicated, and I don't think anyone would really do that in real life mostly. If you'd like more information on the Irish copula, be sure to go back and watch my video on that. But for now, let's just focus on these sentences and kind of just keep it in our heads that to form a sentence where you're identifying a day of the week, you'd use a simplified sentence that doesn't actually have a verb. Moving on, the next sentence is Inye and Jardín. Yesterday was Thursday. Again, there's not an actual verb in that sentence. Inye means yesterday, and an Jardín, Thursday, or literally the Thursday. The next sentence is Aru Inye and Héadín. Day before yesterday was Wednesday. So you just add that little word in front of Inye, Aru, and that indicates the day before yesterday. Aru Inye and Héadín. Next, we have Amwarach and Sahern. Tomorrow is Saturday. Amwarach means tomorrow, and Sahern, Saturday. Now the last sentence, Aru Amwarach and Donach. Day after tomorrow is Sunday. Again, we're going to add that little word Aru before Amwarach this time, and it means day after. So depending on whether you use it before Inye, yesterday, or before Amwarach, tomorrow, it can either indicate day before or day after. Next, let's talk about another form that these days of the week can all take. When you're referring to any specific Monday, Tuesday, etc., on which some event will occur or occurred, a different format is used. For an example, let's first look at Monday. So like the regular form of Monday is an Luan. But if we're going to reformat it to be used to convey that some event will happen or did happen on a specific Monday, it will look like Jaluan. So we have the little word J there, which in all of these will just be pronounced more like J, but literally it's J, and it's an old Irish word for day. The more familiar word for day that's used now is le, or depending what dialect you speak, law. Next we have the word Luan. Very, very similar spelling to the Luan in Unluan, but an I was added before the N. That happens to be how the noun Luan for Monday forms its genitive case. We won't go into genitive case much, but you might remember from previous videos that any noun in the genitive case can loosely be translated as of the noun. So Luan would be of Monday. J, day, Luan of Monday, day of Monday. And together those indicate a meaning of on Monday. There's not literally the word on contained in that, but it's understood from context and use. I'll give you some examples in a few minutes on my next slide of how this format would be used, but for now let's just go over the rest of the days in this form. On Tuesday is Jimwarch. So the first form was Unwarch, and now it's Jimwarch. Now on Wednesday, Jacadine. It was Unhiedine, now Jacadine. Now Thursday is a little bit different. It's just Jardine. It went from Unjardine to just Jardine. This one looks a little bit different than the other ones because you don't have J in front. We'd never want to add that J in Thursday's case because J is already an integral part of the word Jardine. It's contained within that word. So we just drop the un and leave it Jardine. On Friday is Jehinia. It went from Aninia to Jehinia. On Saturday is Jesahern. It went from Unsahern to Jesahern. And last, on Sunday, is Jadoni. It went from Undonach to Jadoni. Now for my next slide, I have a note here that I already told you all about. The actual Irish word on is not technically included in this format, in the J plus the genitive of the noun format, but rather it's understood by context and use. Okay, so these sentences I have here are going to show us how the second format would generally be used. Hwe makes now Jimwarch. I went swimming on Tuesday. Hwe went, may, I, now swimming Jimwarch on Tuesday. We used the second format because this is an event that happened on a specific Tuesday. Again, the actual word on isn't included there, but it's understood by context. Then, hwe megs now Jimwarch shakacha. I went swimming last Tuesday. We added the words shakacha to the end to indicate last Tuesday. Shakacha literally means this past, so it's like on this past Tuesday. Next we have Beme gullig snow Jimwarch. I'll be going swimming on Tuesday. So we have the word be, which means will be, may means I. Then we have agdol, which means going, but in everyday speech I've noticed that most people pronounce it agul instead of agdol. Then agsnow, swimming, Jimwarch, on Tuesday, because swimming is an event that's going to happen on a specific Tuesday. Last, we have Beme gullig snow Jimwarch shohugan, which means I'll be going swimming next Tuesday. By adding the words shohugan to the end, we indicate next Tuesday. Shohugan literally means this towards us. So this coming, it kind of means this coming Tuesday. And last, I have an extra tip for y'all. When referring to something that happens routinely on a weekly basis, use the word which literally means on this time, plus the first of the two formats. So for example, Chamij gaji tre urininye. We go to the beach on Fridays, or literally, we go to the beach on the Friday. Even though this is an event that's happening, it's not an event that's happening on a specific Friday in the past or the future. It's a routine thing that happens just about every Friday. So we use the literal word on, plus aninya, the first format. So we have the word chamij, which means we go, gaji, which means to, untre, the beach, aninya, on the Friday. But we have to remember that unhiedine must be eclipsed, that is, its buddy letter G must be added in front, and also, therefore, it must be unlenited. That is, drop the H. I'm not going to go into eclipsis and lenition in this video, but I have some videos on those, so go back and watch those if you haven't. I think they'll be helpful and explain more about this. But for my example, I have Chemich gaji antre gadin. So unhedin gadin. The H in hedin was dropped, and we added a G to the front, which completely eclipsed the sound of the C. Gadin. We go to the beach on Wednesdays. And you might think, well, that's weird. What's up with Wednesday? Well, it's actually following a grammatical rule. It's not the exception to the rule. All the other days of the week are the exception to the rule. And I talked about this in my video on eclipsis. When you have the preposition like we have here, and then you have a definite noun following it, which we have here because a definite noun is the plus a noun. It's a specific noun, the Wednesday. Then the noun is eclipsed. So we did that. Well, then why don't you do it to all the other days of the week? Well, it just so happens that they don't fit in the rule. So we have Monday, Luan. It starts with L. L's are uneclipsable. Then we have Tuesday, Unwarch. M's are uneclipsable. Wednesday, we just talked about it, it can be eclipsed. C's are eclipsable. Thursday, you have unjardine. Well, D words are eclipsable, except when they are definite nouns following the preposition which is exactly what we have here. So unjardine would not be eclipsed in these situations. Then Friday, Anina. A is a vowel, and vowels are not eclipsable. Then unsahern, Saturday, S's are not eclipsable. And then last we have Sunday, undonach, and again it starts with the D, and you would not eclipse a D word that is a definite noun that follows the preposition like we have in these cases. Alright, that's all I can think of on this subject, and that's all I have for y'all today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And if you liked my slides that I had up on the screen, you can find all of those on my Instagram page, which I'll link down in the description box below. And I'll see y'all next time. Slangeful!